Welcome to Legendary Legends Podcast. This is our episode 0, I'd call it, or week 0 for the summer split of the 2019 season for the LCS. Man, it's good to be back. I'm
does
getting ready
feel
for
good
this
to be
weekend.
back.
Getting
on
ready.
Twitch.
Oh yeah, I'm just ready for this. But before we get to that, something big happened about a week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. It was this
Something
little
called MSI?
Yeah, a little tournament called the Mid-Season Invitational. You may not have heard of it, but did you happen to know where Korea and China placed in that tournament?
Not as high as North America, I think, if I remember correctly.
No fucking way, man. No way, man. That never happened.
If I remember correctly, it's underneath America and Europe.
I don't think so, man. That just sounds like a fever dream.
I mean, look, I've been having a lot of those lately on account of it being 80 degrees every goddamn day. But this one I'm pretty certain was real.
Look, I stayed up until 5 o'clock in the morning to watch all of those series, and I don't remember
That's
a damn
unnecessary.
thing. I don't remember a damn thing that happened. I just blacked out that whole thing.
See, what's crazy is I don't
people.
remember either. I just have a Liquipedia open, and it tells me that G2 Esports got first place over defending world champions, who were semifinalists, who lost to who?
I think it was Team Liquid.
Team Liquid? Team Liquid?
Did they get
They
thoroughly...
didn't get fourth? What?
They got thoroughly beaten by Team Liquid.
They got fucking bodied. Like, okay, they got fucking bodied, dude. Oh my god. It was amazing to watch.
I watched
Loved
that
every
game,
goddamn second.
and
of
I watched it, and I'm just like, where's IG? Where's the people that took down SKT in the quickest game of international play ever? Where are they? They weren't there!
Hey, they're not here, dude. Oh. They're not here, dude. I mean, look, listen, hold up. Everybody hold the goddamn phone. They didn't look that bad. But, I mean, look.
No, they looked okay.
Yeah, like, they're still IG, right? Like, when we're shitting on them, but, like, it's not like they looked like a dumpster fire. It's like they looked bad.
They looked like a dumpster fire for IG.
They looked comparatively like a dumpster fire, but that means they still look like they could beat basically any team in the world.
Like, yeah, any team besides the other 3 teams that were in the top
3 or 4 best teams in the world. Yeah, like outside of the top 5, they're still winning every game, like without question.
So yeah, that was the semifinal.
Take this label off. We're not sponsored.
Oh yeah, no one's sponsored us. Let me hide my hubba bubble. But okay, so on the other side of the bracket,
water real quick.
On the other side of the bracket was G2 versus SKT in a real tight series. Real tight.
I mean,
oh man,
not as tight as I would have guessed. Well, G2's pretty good.
It took it 5 games, man. And they won off an awful Baron call by SKT. Oh, I saw that Baron call, and I'm just like, this is bronze. I'm watching a bronze game. That was the 5th game.
I don't even remember it.
Oh no, that's how they lost. SKT is behind.
Oh, there it is. Took me a minute. Been a while.
I
maybe should have rewatched the VODs for this, but I didn't.
I didn't either, but I just remember it all because, dear Lord, was I impressed. I was impressed that the East lost so goddamn hard. And
I don't remember anything because I'm an idiot, but keep going.
But yeah, SKT definitely looked like they were ready to take it to G2, and it's probably extremely debatable whether TL are better than SKT or not, so, But they made it to the finals and SKT didn't, so I'm going to keep saying NA is second best region in the world until Worlds. Or until Rift Rivals, and maybe we win Rift Rivals. Who knows?
I was about to say, until we win Rift Rivals, in which case we say, look, second place MSI beats the first place region in Rift Rivals, therefore we win, we're the better region.
Look, unless something weird happens, TSM, C9, TL, the best 3 teams in NA, hands down.
Hey, that's a later segment, Anthony.
And they're going to Rift Rivals, and I expect them to do well. Either way, we still have a final to talk about real quick.
Whew! Listen,
I don't want to talk about this final.
I also don't want to talk about this final for a few reasons. What are your reasons?
It was it was real bad. And it looked like TL were out of steam, and I was just like, "You got nothing else?"
It did. Yes, it most certainly did look like a gosh darn travesty on the Rift. I'll tell you what.
I wish they had won one game. I think if they won one game, I wouldn't have felt bad about losing it like that. But they just got dumpstered 3 games in a row on the fastest.
You know what they
international
didn't do, bud?
What?
They didn't win.
They didn't.
One game.
They didn't. Well, they beat IG, and to be honest, that's going into the tournament. If you said TL are going to beat IG in semifinals,
no, I would have said you were trolling.
I would have said you're crazy, but I'll take it. I'll take everything. But I just wish they could have taken one game. I wish they could have not gotten the fastest best of 5 in international play at a Riot tournament, but it happened. You got to move on from it. Yeah, that was the fastest international best of 5.
That's kind of a bummer, but I'll say this. We beat IG, dog! Ain't nobody so... Dude, I swear to God, like... Okay, I was talking to so many people about this before MSI. People who know League, I wasn't going up to strangers who never played the game.
I would love to have recorded that. That would have been good content.
That would have been incredible. Excuse me, ma'am. IG or TL? What? Anyway,
I feel like TL actually did that for content for MSI. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, but I don't care about that. Whoops. Listen. Every single person I talk to is like, IG's in the final without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh no, I said the same thing.
I know you did. I said the same thing. I was like, the only team that I can reasonably see beating IG is G2. Because G2 looks crazy. Of course, SKT, I never count them out of anything because they're SKT. Like, I legitimately think SKT could be, like, barely, like, getting into Worlds and then just not lose a single. Like, they're SKT.
That happened. Like, that's how they won in, like, 2015 or 2016.
I know. That's why I never count them out of anything. Because they're SK fucking T. With who in the mid lane? Oh, that's right, a little guy named Faker anyway.
Yeah, never bet against Faker. It just doesn't feel like a good thing to do.
Oh my god, I would never in my whole life. So, for me, TL was like an easy 4. Like, I didn't really think they stacked up good against G2. Turns out I was right. Turns out I was right, dog. But the fact that they got this far, to me, is really crazy. IG, like we said earlier, like, yeah, they looked rusty in the TL matchup, but rusty for IG is still, like, better than almost anyone you'll ever see play League of Legends, ever. Dude, the Shy is insane, anyway.
He actually kind of was very unimpressive, I guess, for lack of a better word, at that tournament.
No, you're right about that. I'm just saying overall. Like, I don't think that this tournament means IG is, like, no longer a threat on the international stage or in China. But what?
Nothing. Just keep going.
No, I was just going to say, like, the fact that TL, who I really had confidence to just land a 4th here, not for the meme, just because I thought the other 3 teams were so much better, like, genuinely shocked me. Like, I didn't get up to watch the games because I was still in school at the time and I was doing other stuff.
I did the same thing last MSI. Fuck waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to watch MSI.
Yeah, I had classes and everything. No, absolutely not. I wasn't about to do that. So I watched the VODs, and I would look at who won in advance because I wanted to be able to focus on them just for, like, analysis purposes, right? So I was like, oh, whatever, I know who wins. And I saw TL win, and I was like, that has to be an error. I was just like, okay, they made a mistake. And then I watched the games, and I was like, what? Anyway, I've been rambling for too long. Keep going.
I watched them live just because I didn't want them to get spoiled. Thank God I did, because I'd have woke up, opened Reddit, and been like, well, there goes my day.
We're different people. I actively wanted them spoiled.
You disgust me.
Listen. I read the plot summary of every movie. I read the plot summary of every movie I go to see before I see it. Anyway.
That sounds wasteful as fuck.
No, it's not. It's really good.
On to the sort of sub-segment here. Who is the best region? I'm not talking who has the best team. I'm talking, holistically, who do we think has the best set of teams?
I think it's still probably Korea or China.
I disagree. I think Korea is in a bit of a mess with all of their top teams, and they all seem to kind of not fully grasp what they want to play at the moment. Some of them think they want to play super aggro. Some of them are trying to play super control, but they don't seem to have the whole piece together at the moment. I think EU. I think the only really good team they have is G2, seeing how handily G2 is able to beat Origin twice.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone in EU is as good as
And then China might honestly have the most good players because China probably has like 90 million players to play with, like just total.
China's
China's
stacked right now.
It's huge. The amount of players they have to pull from is insane. But
didn't they just hit the highest thing?
The highest viewers?
No, they have the highest, I think, player base right now.
Oh, 100%. China definitely has the highest player base.
No, like they just hit some crazy record a little while ago.
So they don't release the numbers for China, as far as I know. But I think NA is really strong because I think TL, TSM, and C9 are all very close. And if you put any of them at that tournament, I think they all would have performed equally, if not better, than TL. I just think they all have good players. I think they have good strategies. And I think they each kind of have a different plan. Whereas TSM kind of, I don't even know how to describe what TSM does, but TSM seems to have turned into a super aggro team where they're trying to take the fight to the team. Not like IG does, but in a more like I don't want to say predictable, but a more standard style rather than the way IG beat SKT, where they just pounded SKT every opportunity they get. And then C9 seems to have a good idea about how to play to their team strengths, like what their players are good at and how to orient themselves around that, including their substitutes, which I think will probably help them a lot. Because I think between TSM and C9, they have the best two academy systems at the moment.
Easily. And
then TL seems to have one good playstyle that they play really well, and it probably are almost the best in the world at that playstyle, which is basically the double of carry me style. But they're trying to move away from that, and I think if they can, it'll become really good. And I think if all three of these teams continually training against each other for this summer split, I think we'll see a really good set of teams going to Worlds.
That I agree with, but no, yeah, you're probably right.
So
I'm not gonna fight you on that one.
Do you think that Korea
I think China's probably better, but I think that NA will have a great. I think NA might be able to be better than Korea going into Worlds, depending upon how this next split shakes up. If Korea gets their act together, which they might because they're Korea, I think NA is definitely stronger depth-wise than EU right now. I think it's literally just a G2 in Europe.
I don't know how good Origin and Fnatic are, because
I don't think that they're as good as G2, and I don't think it's close.
I think Fnatic losing Caps took a lot of the power that was in Fnatic and put it right on G2. And I think Perks moved over to AD carry and moved rather seamlessly. As much as everyone likes to complain about AD carry is a very easy role, I don't think he's that great of an AD carry. But
I mean, it's easy to play AD carry in like silver, but like
yeah, but
on stage it's probably a little bit harder.
But I think him being able to play mages from mid lane without having to put a lot more time into them, like any other AD carry would. Like you saw what Double was doing on Vladimir in the bot lane. Dear Lord, don't show that to me ever again. But Perks,
you don't want to say the Vlad.
Perks on Vladimir in the bot lane, I would have total confidence in for the most part. Like
that's because he's Perks.
But like it makes it so much easier to have crazier team comps with him in the bot lane because you can just pick AP bots and make it work. Because it might just be that EU's teams are all just really bad and they can just make whatever work, and that's why they look so wacky. But who knows? I don't think they're garbage. They're definitely top four. It's hard to say that Korea, China, and NA aren't all top four regions at this point. LMS is sort of dead. But
did you mean to throw Europe in there because you only said 3 team names?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say Europe. Yes, I did. But
or 3 Europe regions.
Yeah, but I just feel like Europe's bottom 8 or bottom 7 are so mediocre by comparison to NA's that it's just like.
Yeah, I think that's kind of true. Although here, I'll say this: like we talked about this a lot last split. That looking at just last split, we both kind of frequently pointed out how NA was kind of stratified, or like the top teams, the middle teams, and the trash teams, and like you could just kind of track who won because they were like relatively evenly distributed. I think that like we have a bunch of mediocre teams. I think we just have even a couple like bad teams as of last split. I just think we have like maybe one or two more good teams. Although like those teams, like I could see C9, TL, TSM. It's not inconceivable to me that they beat Fnatic OG, maybe even G2. But like FlyQuest, does FlyQuest beat G2? Like,
I don't think FlyQuest beats G2's if G2 was blindfolded.
No, and that's what I mean, right? Like, it's not like the bottom of our list is like crazy. I just think like compared to their worst teams, we're just better.
Like Rogue, I haven't watched Rogue play at all, but all I need to know is Rogue was an effing mean team and ended the split with 2 wins. And
they end the split with two
whole wins. And yes, 100 Thieves ended the split with 4 wins. But guess what? They have Bang and Huni on their team.
And Aframo.
I don't know. He hasn't won a world championship or been to a world final.
Yeah.
So.
That's what we were. That's why we were picking them. Okay.
That's why I picked those two. So, like, there's two world contenders on this team. And they're in our last place team. I don't know if it's a meshing issue on... There's probably a meshing issue on 100 Thieves and a management issue more than a skill issue because I've seen who...
No, it's not a skill
crazy.
issue. What the fuck are you talking about? It's not a skill
issue. And
Bang
won a fucking world championship twice.
Yeah, you don't do that with low skill.
So, I just don't see how the bottom... Even the bottom 3... at EU could beat 100 Thieves in a straight-up skill matchup.
No, I think that's true. But I mean, like, they could probably...
Oh, I'm sorry. I think 100 Thieves has Someday top, not Huni. No, it is Huni. Oh, wait, is it?
It's Someday.
Huni's
yes. On Clutch.
Yes, Huni's on Clutch, yes. Even still, Someday is a LCK finalist and champion, I'm pretty sure.
Let's fucking Google it. No, I think that's fair, but I think that's like a sort of interesting case for the 100 Thieves. Like CG, like last split CLG, like I don't really. Maybe CLG beats Rogue. Maybe CG
I would think CLG beats Rogue. But I mean,
I forgot that he was on Dignitas for a while.
Yeah, we're chucking things at a wall to see what sticks with this. Mostly because we're never gonna be able to see this tested out for multiple reasons.
Tamian. Yeah, he won. Oh no, I'm an idiot.
Let's see. What did Someday win? Results. He finished first in NALCS Spring. Yeah, he went to NALCS Finals in spring or summer.
Yeah, that I know, but did he win anything? No, he's never been first. Well, that's only in NA.
Either way, they're not a bad mechanic.
Yeah, whatever. Someday's really good.
Yeah, Someday's. He was considered the best top laner in the league for like a year. Just saying.
Alright. It's not like Someday's trash here.
Yeah, no. Alright, so I think that just turned into comparing NA and EU mostly because we don't know enough about China and Korea. And
well, SKT is going to be SKT. The rest of Korea is going to like maybe flail around, and China's going to be deep because it's China.
Yeah, China's going to have some team flop regardless of what happens because China, for some reason, always has a team flop.
Yeah, but, you know, better for us, I guess. Like,
onto the new hotness, I would say. The LoL Esports Pro Viewer.
Oh, this nonsense.
I mean, it's not nonsense. I actually really like this. I've been wanting one of these things forever.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't using nonsense to be mean. I was just like, I just didn't want to cuss. I didn't want to say a cuss word again. Anyway. So,
for the summer split, LoL Esports had put out a... Okay. So for the summer split, the LoL Esports has put out a new viewer that's powered by something like Z-Edge or something. I don't remember. I looked up who was actually making this work before, but they have a different company for the back end than YouTube and Twitch. So I'm wondering how that's going to turn out. That's the only thing that really worries me is about how good the quality is going to be. But other than that, it looks great because you're going to have a timeline of events with all the the towers and kills and whatnot and objectives. You can have multiple viewpoints on screen at one time, so I think it's up to 4 probably, mostly just because real estate issues. Then you can also it also comes with 10 viewpoints for every single player in the game you're watching, and then the main viewpoint from the stream.
When you say 10 viewpoints, you mean one of each?
One for each player, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
On top of, and then an 11th one for the mainstream.
Yeah, the normal view that we've all grown accustomed to over the years.
And if that sidebar thing you get in the LoL Sports watch page that's been around for a while, that stats are gonna be better, hopefully better integrated. Because before they were kind of mis-synced, and you'd be able to sometimes tell a kill was gonna happen beforehand, or it was behind by a few seconds, and the kill wouldn't show up for a while. And I'm hoping you can get more interesting in-depth stats. I can go to this point, click on Varus, and then check Varus's AD ratio at this moment, instead of having to basically do math to figure it out.
Yeah.
Just so that way, it's more interesting that way. You can get real deep into the analysis on it, and you don't have to do nothing. So what do you think? You gonna buy it?
No. I have no interest in paying to watch League of Legends.
I mean, you can still watch the
that's not
one.
true. Maybe I'll buy it because we do this podcast, and that seems reasonable. But if I didn't have a reason to know more stats or be able to better analyze something, right? For you and I, or people who do this kind of thing, this seems super sick because now we don't have to be what the hell was he thinking at that Baron throw? We can just watch the VOD from his perspective and be oh, he was fucking memeing, right? Or whatever. Sorry. So for shit like this, if I was just a normal viewer, though, which is to say most of my LCS viewing career, dude, I don't care, right? I thought it was sick when they did the Jungle Week, the Support Weekend, right? Whatever season that was. You remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have the second stream going, and they would show you the
specific jungle matchup, yeah.
Yeah, a jungle matchup, a support matchup, whatever week it was. And that was cool, and I wish that they did more of those.
I think this is why they weren't.
Yeah, I know, but it's been a long time. But I thought it was really informative, but I also recognize that, when I watch basketball, I'm not watching basketball for, information. I'm watching it because it's a game I like to watch, right? And so if I wasn't doing this, I probably wouldn't buy it. I still might not, because I don't...
I'm hoping there's at least a free trial. That way I can try
I want there to be a free trial because I don't want to spend... it's only $15, but, I feel a lot of people who watch this game, maybe young, don't really, have jobs. I don't know, but,
It's $15, man!
Yeah, I know, but... I don't think it's too... I'm not saying it's too expensive. The only thing I do dislike is that you have to buy... They said you might have to buy specific ones for international events. And so if they don't change the price, paying $15 for this, then $15 for Worlds, so $15...
I mean, Worlds is 2 months. It's
yeah,
almost
okay,
as
so
long
fine.
as a normal split.
That's fair, but, what about, MSI? Are we paying another $15
I mean,
for MSI?
I would hope they cut the price in half for MSI.
Me too,
MSI
and that's not,
weeks.
a real complaint. It's just a curiosity. It's just something I'm interested in knowing.
I think, you got some...
Oh, I said, I was just going to say, it might be cool to see, but, obviously, pros play differently on stream than on stage. But... unless you're getting tuned into the comms, seeing the pros' mechanics, I feel it's not going to give you that much insight, right? You're going to see the way Doublelift moves his mouse, but, I'm pretty sure Doublelift moves his mouse more or less the same way when he's playing on stream, because that's the kind of thing that's just, your muscles moving, right? In different situations. Whereas, we're not getting comms for obvious reasons. So, I don't feel I'm going to even learn that much. I'm just going to be oh, he had his fucking screen here. Oh, he doesn't lock his screen. Cool. He clicks really fast. I don't know what I'm going to get out of it.
Well, one thing, like you said, you're going to be able to see where they were looking when something's happened.
As a jungler, I might like it for pathing stuff, but
Yeah. That is one thing, Well, it's still not exactly right. Like, especially on jungle camps, you never get to see their kiting patterns either. So now you can see what they're kiting, and like,
if you know how to do it, you know how to do it. Like,
sometimes they do some weirder shit. Like,
that's fair.
Like, they might just do some weird thing around a wall where they get something to kind of bug out a little bit. Like, you could do that with Kindred, where you could hop the walls and make things move around differently.
No, that's fair, but like,
what I want to be able to test it for is the stability, because they're not using...
What do you mean by stability?
Like, they're not using YouTube or Twitch as their backend, and I have a firm understanding of how YouTube and Twitch's quality works at the moment. And if they're using somebody else, I'm not sure if they're reliable enough. I'm not sure if they're going to give me enough quality. Like, also, am I paying for a little bit better quality visually on a stream? Like, is that the other thing I'm paying for? Am I going to be paying for 4K too? That'd be nice. But I don't know. I don't think they're going to do 4K yet. Mostly because League of Legends doesn't scale to 4K.
It doesn't, and also, like, that's the kind of thing I don't give a shit about. Like, as a viewer, mostly because I don't have a way to watch 4K, and I'm not that interested in getting one. But like, I don't know. It's weird to me. Like, it is weird. I don't know. I read their announcement. I felt like I didn't get a huge amount of info out of it.
I don't think they're launching with a bucket load of features. I think it's a better timed stat bar that's on the side. They might even be moving the stat bar in here now. I'm not sure. But and then you get the player views, and then you have the timeline. That's better for, like, especially watching VODs. If you want to be like, I want to go see the Baron fight, go to the Baron fight instead of having to tap around.
But like, I don't know. Like, obviously, we're gonna get some new info out of it. But like, I really don't know how much we're gonna really get, other than just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you remember last split where Rush was in top Tribush and then got nuked by Cassiopeia? He was on Jarvan.
No.
Well, this is a giant thing, and everyone's like, what the hell is Rush doing? He just stood there and took 4 shots from Cassiopeia and died. Well, a few days later, they released his footage from his screen, and he's not even looking where he is. He's looking somewhere else on the map, and then he gets hit, goes down to half health, notices he's taking damage, jumps back, takes another quarter health, tries to do something, and just dies.
It's good. I'm really glad to know the pros are just as dumb as I am. I do that shit all the time as a jungler. I'll be like hitting the F keys to look around the map, and then I'll be like, why is my screen flashing? Oh shit! And then I'm just like dead. Dude, I do that feeling. Shit. Oh my god, the amount of it's like it happens a little bit too often.
So, I'm just looking forward to stuff like that.
Question.
Just because it'll make people shut the hell up about people making mistakes a lot. What?
That's fair, but like, I'm pretty sure people don't ask the question, "Why did he do that?" because they really want an answer.
I mean, I wanted an answer to that, and I felt more satisfied about that answer than he stood still and took shots for no reason.
That's fair.
What was your question?
No, I was gonna say, where's the money go? Is it to specific teams? And then I remembered it's split amongst all the teams.
Yeah, it's split between everyone, and I'm not sure how the split goes if you buy the $20 package for EU and NA.
Probably half and half to each.
That would be my guess.
Maybe they'll be like, are you an NA viewer? We'll give more to NA. I don't know, but like...
But yeah.
I don't know. See, I'm excited for it. I'll definitely say that. And I probably will pick it up.
It's not that much money for at least a split to try it once. If I really don't like it, then I'm just not going to buy it for Worlds if they keep it for Worlds.
Yeah, and it's just like... Okay, so let's see. We get multi-view, which I think is going to be the most interesting thing, and the thing that entices people the most. Advanced timeline.
I think that'll help with VOD watching at least.
I think that'll help people like us, or people who are trying to study a game, right? Like, but that's probably not most viewers. Watch with friends.
Again, this isn't really meant for most viewers. This is meant for people who are very much into this, studying.
Yeah, no, we can watch it together, Anthony.
Yeah, that is actually another cool feature that's cool I basically for us. Never use.
No, I think we could use it once or twice just to see how it works. Yeah. See if it like fucks up the speed or the quality.
I mean, it'll just probably slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, but it syncs.
I don't know if you can watch live together unless it's definitely on a delay. But
it doesn't qualify, so
that doesn't qualify a lot of things, to be honest.
I know. Part of the reason I was disappointed. Anyway, I'm not disappointed. I'm excited for it. I do hope there's a free trial, but I mean, worst case scenario, we both spend $15 and like whatever. Like,
Oops. Overwatch did something very much like this, and they gave you basically, I think, a free.
What a good game to watch.
They gave you, I think, a free split of it to everyone just to try it out. So
they're not gonna give us a whole split.
No. Their splits are much shorter than League of Legends are. Their splits are like a month and a half. And so they're like, okay, for the first split of this year, you get to try out the pass, and then after this split, go fuck yourselves. But I don't know. I think it probably sold more passes.
I would like at least like a day or a weekend, or like if they get like for the free trial.
Yeah, I definitely want like the first week or first couple of weeks to be a free trial.
I would probably be okay with just the first week.
To load test it. But I mean, that's the other thing is load testing it.
I would be fine with just a week. 2 weeks would be nice and probably better for load testing, but like I'm sure Riot has tried load testing it on their own, or maybe they haven't.
Well, no, they artificial load testing and public load testing are not the same thing.
I'm not a computer scientist.
I am.
I know. That is why I'm saying fair enough. I believe you. I don't.
So yeah, I think that's good. Oh, do you want to talk about the team packs that are coming too?
I don't even know what those are.
I think they're just in.
Are they just like icons and missions?
I think it's award missions, icons, and an emote. Mm-hmm. It's stuff they've been talking about putting in League for the teams for years, and just the only thing we've gotten is a freaking icon and emotes at Worlds. But
yeah, well, I'm fine with those, but like
yeah. So then I think I don't know if all 5 or all 4 of the major regions are getting team passes, so you can buy things for individual teams. But I know all the minor regions are getting like a fan pass just for the region instead of all the teams. I think part of it has to do with them not franchising and whatnot. Though I think
that makes sense.
I think Brazil's franchising this year. I don't remember.
Brazil's franchise, good for them.
But either way, I think they just think their markets are too small and they are better off just sharing the money with everyone to help the region. So I think that's another cool thing. It's hard to be like, oh, this is stupid, because it's just like, it's an optional thing you can buy to support your team. So
yeah, that's fine.
So I think it's a good thing to at least get more money going into the scene for people. I might buy TSMs. Let's see how much it is and what's in it. I'm betting it's going to be another $10 or $15, but whatever. I spend more money on stupider shit.
I wish I could say I haven't, but I very much have.
So, you gonna buy Cloud9's fan pass or
I don't know how much are they gonna be.
I don't think they've said yet, and I don't think they can have a release date yet.
Depends, because I really don't want to spend money on this dumb game.
You just don't want to get flamed for every time you show your C9 icon or your C9 emote.
No, I just don't care about spending money on this game.
Okay.
It's just not who I am, but
I think that's it for our I think that's it for the little sports preview.
It's true.
Let's move on to talking about...
I'll say this. There's one topic I'm surprised we didn't have on the list.
What?
The whole Rick Fox thing.
I don't want to talk about that.
Fair enough.
It's not exactly super real. I think that's mostly a result. That's besides the point. Let's move on.
They have 60 days to take action anyway.
Oh, is there an update? We can talk about it after this, but
as of May 15th, yeah, I'll link you the article. Anyway.
Okay. So, I didn't think there'd be as many roster moves as there were, but we had a good few. A lot of it was actually on the... a lot of it was on the academy end, which I expect to happen, mostly because...
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Mostly because it's training.
There are a lot of like cuts without pickups. There are some people that I'm like kind of surprised did not get picked up.
I mean, I'm not surprised too. He's sitting out in the cold.
Didn't say it was Huhi.
I mean,
Darshan, surprised he didn't get picked up because there's some bad top laners in NA. But
yeah, oh my God, Dokka's still playing.
Yeah, and Darshan isn't, which is why I'm like, what? Like,
oh my God, Dokka's still playing League of Legends. Oh God, hang on. Okay.
Listen, I know Darshan didn't perform that great this last split. But I also know that he's better. I know he's better than Dokka, and I know he's better than the other guy on Optic. He's Darshan! He won one of them. He won maybe, I think, more than one. I don't remember. He won. Like, what? He's Darshan.
2 or 3. I don't know. I think he's been in 4 finals.
And he's won.
He was in the first final ever. Back on Good Game University. But dude, Lord, Dokla's still in this league.
Listen to me. Dokla went like 0-7 sometimes. Darshan is like 50-50, sure, but he's Darshan. Like, he's gonna win you some games. Dokla played Scion twice and did alright, right? Like, that's it! Like,
Dokla gave me flashbacks to the Dyrus days, back when Dyrus would just be Dyrus in the top lane. But here's the thing, I had faith Dyrus would come back, and he did!
And he did! Dokla, you know who I don't have much faith in? Optics Dokla.
Oh man, I feel like we're
Oh dude, I should have put Optic lower on my list too. I forgot they had Dokla.
I totally forgot they had Dokla too, and
And here's the thing, I never forgot CLG had Darshan. Let me tell you what. I look, when they replaced Double Lift, it took me a little while to remember Stixay's name. Never forgot Darshan.
I still call him Zion Spartan.
Darshan?
Darshan?
Someone needs to pick up Darshan. Optic needs to pick up Darshan, or I don't know. The Optic needs to pick up Darshan.
I mean,
maybe Fox, but I don't even know who.
FlyQuest might be able to do it, but I think Viper's okay.
Viper's fine. Viper helped them win a lot. Echo Fox, top laner.
Echo Fox is solo.
Oh, that's about the same.
Yeah, I don't.
Probably a little better for Darshan, but I mean, it's Optic, who's like.
I think Solo's fine, and he'll match up with Darshan. So I don't know. The mesh is probably better.
I know, but there's
Optic
one.
could definitely do with a good Zion Spartan in their top lane.
Oh my god, the young lad Darshan.
So, I think there are 3 moves that we need to probably talk about, and one we've kind of been talking about with Darshan leaving and CLG getting Ruin. Amazing going to 100 Thieves. And
that surprised me.
Why did
you get my text about that?
I don't remember.
I just texted you when I was looking this up for the first time. Amazing NA always makes me a little nervous.
So, I think those are basically the only 3 major roster moves, besides maybe anyone moving internally that they haven't announced yet, as of Monday the 27th. At 7:41
So wait, which 3 did you say? So it was Amazing to NA.
Amazing, Ruin
to NA.
And Wadid to NA.
Oh, Wadid's coming to NA?
Yeah. He went to World Semifinal.
He did. G2. He's not bad.
He was on Rogue, who went 2-16. I don't know.
But a support can only do so much.
Yeah.
Who did they get rid of? JJ?
FlyQuest. Yeah, I think they still have JJ. I think they're. I don't know what their plan is.
Yeah. Oh, is he doing Academy?
I don't know what their plan is. No, again, nobody's been real clear about it. Besides,
that's fair. I mean, Wadid's not a bad backup. Like JJ had some games where I was like, like.
Yeah, JJ was a little worrisome sometimes. Not gonna lie.
No, I would never lie to you. You're our faithful friends here on the show. Well,
faithful. Oof. Don't you dare put that evil on me. What?
Anyway, I don't even understand what joke you're making there, so I'm just gonna blaze right by it and say, having a better support for Wild Turtle can't hurt them. And I don't think JJ's like trash, but I think that having somebody who's maybe more consistent, or maybe who can like swap in and out, or who JJ can learn from, would be a big benefit, because Wild Turtle's still crazy. What do you think?
I think what is probably just a straight upgrade for FlyQuest, unless him and Wild Turtle just don't get together at all. But I don't see there being too many issues with Wadid. Is he Korean? Yes, he's Korean.
He's from South Korea.
But I don't think there's gonna be a big issue there. Ruin.
I literally had never heard of Ruin before.
I heard about him because of this move.
No, this is like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the first time I've ever heard of him.
He was a Korean import who went to Turkey to play on 1907 Fenerbahce.
But before that, he was in EU. He was on SK and Giants.
Why does he have Korean residency then? Or was it when did he get residency when he? No, who? Hang on, he hasn't played on a Korean team, but he has Korean residency.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense to me.
He's only played on. Is Fenerbahce in? I thought
they're Turkish. They're in the TCL.
You're right. I was thinking of the other one, the German one.
German one, Schalke.
Yeah. Pretty sure they have some numbers in there.
Giants are Spanish. Okay.
Schalke 04.
But,
Giants and SK are obviously EU, and then
well, what?
He was on Nerve for a little while, but they disbanded. They were also EU. So it's 3 EU teams.
Yeah, I don't know why he has Korean residency. Either way, he's an import for CLG. But I don't know what's up with CLG. I feel like CLG has other problems. I didn't feel like Darshan was their biggest issue, and replacing him doesn't seem like it's gonna fix this team. But
I mean, unless Ruin just turns it on and goes crazy.
Yeah, unless Ruin turns out to be Broken Blade 2.0.
Broken Blade 2.0 or like the Shy, like actually insane. Like
TSM did come out and say that they're gonna run a Katie and Greg.
Oh, that's fine. I think that makes a lot of sense.
So yeah.
I mean, I assume that because on this roster website you sent me, they released Fnatic, who was their jungler.
So, the other move is amazing to 100 Thieves. And I would say this means a damn thing. If I didn't think of 100 Thieves was just so effing mind-boggling.
Who was their jungler?
Anda.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Amazing's better than Anda, probably.
Yeah, I would guess so. But they're also running Soligo mid, which I don't feel like is an improvement over Huhi.
No, I've been saying that since they did it.
I'm just like, I don't know how to help this team. This team just feels like they don't know what they're doing with their players, and they have no idea what they want to do. The only time I've ever seen them succeed is when Bang played Ezreal. That's it.
I don't even.
And he hard carried. Well, no, I think that was because Bang hard carried that game. I saw glimmers of 2018 Sunday, someday, but like he never carried a game like he was back then, and then Huhi did Huhi things and made me feel real sad about watching that game.
Remember when they announced that he was leaving on his birthday? LOL.
I don't know how to fix this team. Amazing's a straight upgrade, but I don't think it improves them at all. I don't think they're gonna be better, and we'll get to that when we get to the power rankings, I guess. So yeah, I think that's most of the. We could say that Cody Sun's probably starting for Clutch Gaming. I don't think they've given definites besides.
That would make a lot of sense.
Besides Piglet not being.
Cody Sun's good at this game.
Piglet hasn't been on any of their social media for like a month and a half.
Yeah, you told me that. I didn't bother to check though.
I was just looking. I'm like, he's just not here. He's just not.
My boy has disappeared.
So I don't know where he's going. He's not playing mid because Demonte is starting mid, I'm pretty sure.
Thank Christ. Who would start midlet, dude? I would report them.
Somebody who wants to lose League of Legends. But
I would report them if they did that.
So, yeah, that seems fine. But yeah. Besides that, I don't think any other team is really making big moves. Everyone else seems fine. A team like with TSMC9 not moving a person for no damn reason.
I mean, it would be weird if they did.
Oh yeah, I'd be starting to question some things if they're like, haha, we have a new support, and I'm just like, why? All of you have great supports.
Probably 3 best supports in NA.
Alright. Shall we move on?
Probably, right? 3 best in NA right now?
Oh, but most definitely those three alone.
Yeah. Sazel's crazy. I mean, Core JJ is obviously Core JJ. And Smoothie. Okay, power rankings, 10th to 1st. I'm gonna, yeah, that's what we're on.
Should I just put the list up now or wait till we're done?
We should let us start first. Like, you know. I just wanted to do a little introductory bit where I said, here's the thing. Anthony and I were talking, and I said, Anthony, I'm pretty confident about the top 3 teams, and the rest of it, I have no fucking idea. And he said, just try. And I said, fine. And then I did. And then he was like, try harder. And I was like, no. And then he was like, fine. So I just want to put a big old preface. I don't actually know if any of these are good. I'm confident about the top 3. 4 through 10, well, no, I'm pretty good about 4, I think. But 5 through 10, complete toss-up in my eyes, and if anyone says differently, I think they're low-key griefing anyway.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident about most of my playoff contenders.
No, I'm good with my playoffs. Everyone below that, though, well, I don't know. GGS 50-50.
I don't think I'm going to get whoever's last place right, even if I had $1 million on the line.
No, I forgot about the Optic and CG starting Cody Sun. I actually want to change those, but I'm not gonna.
I feel like one of these is just so lost. Okay, so you want me to put them up now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So, starting from number 10, I have 100 Thieves.
Where is this? Where am I seeing this? It's not on stream yet.
Oh, it's gonna take a minute.
Oh my god, a whole minute.
It's like 6 seconds, bro.
No, there they are. Eat shit. Wow, of course you flame me. Of course I flame you. Okay, so you have TL at number 1, I have TL at number 1.
No, start from the bottom. Start from the bottom.
I have Clutch Gaming, you have 100 Thieves.
So, why do you think Clutch is gonna be so low?
I forgot that they're not starting Piglet, and that Optic has Dokla.
Everyone forgot Optic has Dokla. Mostly
yeah,
because
like
they
actually,
want to.
if I redid this, I'd probably put CG at 9, only because Piglet was a problem, and the Monte looked really good sometimes. But like at the end of the day, I don't even think with Cody's Sun that Clutch stacks up to like FlyQuest. I don't think they even come close to the top 3. But I don't think they even stack against Fly, Fox, Golden Guardians.
So, I had on with these mostly because I don't think this team has any idea what they want to do. I don't think they're ever going to figure it out with this roster and this coaching staff. I think they are lost, and I think there's no saving them. I have watched
cut him from the league. 9 teams now, boys.
I got to the point where I didn't want to talk about this team anymore.
I remember I worked with you on this show.
I was so done with these games.
Anthony, I was there.
Oh my god. Watching one of these play League of Legends made me want to go play ranked just because I didn't want to see that happen anymore. And I was willing to take the risk of playing a Master Yi jungle with or against me. Oh.
I would rather see dang near anything in the world than what I saw watching that team. Because it hurt. And I don't mean it hurt because they were bad. I was like, these are some of the best players to ever play the game, and they're doing what? They're playing how poorly? What? Anyway.
Wait, didn't they put Bang on Vladimir one game or something? I don't know.
You might be thinking of Team Liquid.
No, I remember they put Bang on a not AD carry, and then it was
yeah.
I think why would you do this? It might have been Aurelia. I'm not sure. I think it was back when Funnel was a thing, or at least at the beginning when. Oh, it might have been the first couple of weeks when the AD carry patch wasn't in yet, so AD carries were still a little bit behind. But
that tracks.
Oh man, that seems crazy. All right, number 9, I had Optic, who, thinking about it, as a contender for 10th, and you had Optic, so we agree.
Yeah, just because I think we both forgot there was Dota. I think we both forgot that there's basically no substantive shift. And I think that without that substantive shift, they're just going to continue to be incredibly unpredictable in the jungle and mid, and just not very strong on the top lane.
So I watched an interview with Meteos today where he kind of said they were trying stuff out and they were trying to figure out who they really wanted to go with, because I think they have a few options in the top lane and in the jungle specifically about who they want to run, and their support, which is what Meteos notably mentioned in that interview. But it just feels like this team is another team who kind of doesn't know what they want to do, and they have a lot of really good components. They have Crown, another world champion, in the mid lane, and I'm just
they're like, wow, Crown's gonna pull them to playoffs easily.
and then it's just like, holy crap, Dokla's pulling them out of playoffs easy. Oh my god. Like,
we give Dokla a lot of shit on this show, huh?
He should stop playing bad then.
I didn't say we should. I'm sure he's a nice person.
I don't doubt that. I don't want to watch Dokla play League of Legends anymore. I almost don't want to watch Dokla as much as I didn't want to watch 100 Thieves games. Oh. Watching Dokla play top lane made me hurt because it made me feel like I should try harder in top lane to get in this team and just play better than Dokla.
That's real flame, is what you just dropped. You just dropped some real fire on this poor soul.
But I don't know. I'm a bit lost on what they're doing. They have Dardoch and Meteor, so I'm just like, can you guys make up your mind and drop one of them so someone else can pick them up like CLG? Because CLG could definitely use a better jungler. And I think if they got Wiggly.
Oh yeah, fuck.
And if they got Dardoch or Meteos, that'd be another good upgrade to their team that I think they definitely need.
That's true.
But I don't know if Dardoch ever wants to go back to CLG. But who knows?
Could you blame him right now?
It's a different staff. Who knows?
Yeah, but look at that team, though.
Alright, on to number 8. I had Clutch Gaming, and you had 100 Thieves. I think our bottom 3 are identical.
They are. They really genuinely are, and that's kind of funny, actually.
I think... So, I put Clutch above the Optic and 100 Thieves, mostly because I think they're slightly more together than either of those two teams. I think they had... What? Go.
I just want it... For me, like, the bottom 3 are all, like, kind of interchangeable, you know?
Yeah, okay. Look, I don't want to say I guarantee you that Clutch is going to finish 8th. I'm just saying...
Oh, I know.
I think they're more together to me than the bottom 2 teams at the moment.
That's fair.
Or at least from what I saw last split.
Amazing just gives me a little bit of confidence because I know Amazing has performed pretty admirably in the past. My hope is that after the Korean boot camping and after the split, after more time, whatever meshing issues they had are going to be repaired.
I don't think 100 Thieves went to Korea, but okay.
Some of them did. I think Avramu was streaming there.
He might have just gone there to practice by himself. I know a bunch of pros did go there alone sometimes. I know a few teams went to Korea. I know C9 went to Korea because they did a bunch of stuff there. TL's been at MSI.
No, they did it.
They did?
Oh, wait, maybe they didn't.
Because I was looking through the...
he played with both Ryu and teammates a bunch.
I don't know. I didn't see any list of their going to Koreas this year. Some teams publicly
I just saw it a bunch on like Aframu's videos. Like he would be duoing with his other teammates in Korean solo queue. So my assumption was that they were all there, but maybe it's just like some of them.
Yeah, that might be it.
Either way, the point I want to make is just that hopefully with Amazing and more time, this disparate roster can come together and at least not be like right. I think that they're probably a little bit better than Optic. I think that they're probably a little bit better than CG. But
I'd like to know you're saying this about Bang and Someday and Afro.
Yeah, it feels bad. It feels really bad as a person to do that.
Who was one of these mid laner before Huhi?
Ryu.
Yeah.
And he's back. He's on Academy now.
Yeah, he's on the Academy team. And when that announcement was made, somebody's like, "Oh my God, he went back to Academy." I'm like, "Yeah." Putting professional players who have a lot of experience in the academy works so badly. I really wish C9 would stop doing it and stop being so productive with their academy roster, you know?
Yeah, how dare we teach the next generation of players?
That was just, oh my God, that was the naive Reddit post of the week. Oof.
Big oof indeed.
Okay.
Spot 7, CLG for me, Fox for you. No faith in Fox, falling down out of playoffs.
I think CLG made an upgrade and Fox didn't, and I don't know what Fox is sort of upgrading with. They've had management issues apparently.
Well, that was investor issues.
I mean, it would still affect them. It'd still be a bit of an issue.
No, I know,
from the top down.
But it's not like they're direct above. It was like the guy who put money on that.
The reason why Fox seemed to be in such a weird spot, I think, in summer last year, when did they go to the final in spring last year? I think they went to the final in spring last year, and then in summer they took a nosedive, and they were left where they were last split. So, that happened because Rick Fox stepped away from being a part of management for the team, like and let other people do it, and it went really, really badly. Uh, so I think Rick Fox being more involved is probably helpful to them. So I hope it's more helpful to them, because they might actually just get kicked out of the league. But that's a different problem than their performance. I just think Fox didn't make an upgrade, and CLG probably did.
My thing is that CLG, I think they definitely made an upgrade, but I don't think Darshawn was the problem. So you've upgraded the slot that wasn't making you lose games, but it doesn't seem like you've addressed the problems that were making you lose games. So, like, sure, he's going to come in. Maybe he lanes better. Maybe he does better in 1v1s. But is he going to be enough to counteract whatever else is happening on the map, right? Because it just didn't seem to me that Darshawn was like, I was never like, oh my god, Darshawn and hidden through that game. Like, that was never what I was thinking. I was always like, well, these were just weird macro game calls, which the top laners don't usually make on teams anyway. It's usually your jungler or your support.
Oh my god, you're split pushing. I'm like, call me, dude. I'm hitting a turret.
Yeah, so like if you're having macro game calls and you're not replacing one of your main macro voices, and maybe Darshawn was the macro voice, but I doubt it. If you're not replacing your macro voices, then I really don't know that you're addressing the issue. So I don't have a lot of faith in CLG to improve, because I expect them to make a lot of the same mistakes, just with one different face.
Okay. All right, number 5. I had CLG, and you had
Golden Guardians.
Golden Guardians. Okay. I think Golden Guardians is most definitely firmly a playoff contender. We are definitely looking for them to improve their synergy.
But I think we started to see that later in the season, later in the playoffs. They were playing way more cohesively, and I expect that to improve. I expect this break to help the time together. Because remember, they were kind of like thrown together at the last minute. And now I think they're going to have more time. Wasn't this Haunter's first split and someone else's first split on this team?
I mean, yeah, but I don't think that was thrown together.
Thrown together as in, like, they didn't have as much time together as like Sneaky and Zazel have had, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't mean like thrown together the day before. Like,
yeah. This is a totally new roster summation.
Yeah, and I just think that the more they played, like, I just expect them to do as good or a little bit better than they did last time. I don't think they are going to be worse off for not making a change. I think that makes sense to me. You know, you just started to see the roster gel and work together. See where that goes this next split and watch it work, you know.
I think everyone on this team, on Golden Guardians, definitely has something, but I'll talk about that because I have them next.
Yeah.
So I think CLG is my 5th, mostly because, or is it my on 6th or 5th? I don't know.
You're on 6th.
6th. Okay, yeah, I think they're my 6th because I think they can make playoffs. I thought they could make playoffs last split. I was just kind of wrong because Fox kind of lucked into it a little bit. They both of them were right there, and they kind of just passed each other barely. But like I said before, I think CLG made a good upgrade. No, I don't want to say good upgrade. They made an upgrade, and I think a change was needed to do something. Simply changing an environment, or just changing a variable in the environment, might be enough to boost them up a little bit. And I don't see Fox continuing their push with Rush. I don't think Rush gets much better, and I don't know what their problems were last split. And I do see them rearing their head again. I don't think this is going to be a one and done kind of thing. I think this is going to be a chronic issue that will keep going with them through the summer split.
Okay.
On to number 5, where you had Fox and I had Golden Guardians. So my spiel about Golden Guardians is I think each of these players definitely has something to bring to the table. Haunter's a really good top laner. Contractor's a really intelligent jungler. I think Froggen's interesting picks can really give a shake up to the game. The Lux pick that Bjergsen whipped out against Zoe. That
was sick.
That I think Jensen then whipped out against IG, against Zoe. That was from Froggen. that was a Froggen pick that everyone started banning out against Froggen in scrims because they didn't want to have to deal with it. Because no one's going to play it. They aren't going to get any good practice against it. It's just Froggen. And then people start playing it as a counter pick to Zoe, which I think is a great idea. Because
I agree.
Lux is just stupid easy. It's just
and not bad into Lux. She's safe. She's pretty good into Zoe. Easy to hit your skill shots if you know where she's going to ult back to.
Okay. So why do you think Fox is 5th?
Just because I don't think Fox got worse. I think you're right. Like, Rush probably doesn't get all of a sudden way, way, way better. But at the same time, I don't know, like, my hope is that, and this is a hope, it's not based on anything other than hope, obviously. My hope is that whatever issues were plaguing Rush at the beginning of the year and seem to not be plaguing him as much at the end of the year stay away. Whatever consistency he needed was found. And that consistency for such an impactful jungler, like such a high impact jungler as Rush is, translates to the team in a very meaningful way. Solo's not bad. I think I made fun of him in the past, but it's just because I'm a dick. Solo's not that bad. Their bot lane is consistent and pretty good. Their mid's good. Like, if they have that jungle pressure consistently and the pressure we know Rush can bring to the table, the aggression, the control, etc., without the sort of nerves and getting in his own head or whatever it was that was plaguing him, I think Fox is pretty good. I think they stack up all right against basically everyone under TSM on my list.
Okay. The next one is number 4. Yes.
And we both have Fly.
I like FlyQuest, man. My boy Turtle. They upgraded their support.
Homie, Wild Turtle.
They upgraded their support. JJ was giving me some palpitations last split, so
yeah, he made us put a little money in that Pepto game. A little bit of money in that Pepto business.
So I think they are just going to be a good bit better. They showed that they were better than GGS in playoffs, and I think they will keep it that way. I don't think this team is going to get any worse. I see no place that they get worse. I think Viper has a lot of room to grow. I think their mid laner's Pobelter, right? Yeah, Pobelter.
Oh yeah, and Pobelter's consistent and not bad.
Pobelter looks sturdy. And they also got Santorin, a TSM jungler. Oh, I'm all over this. I love this team.
You just like TSM junglers.
They're all here, man. They're all here. Amazing came back.
Oh, you're right. They're all here.
So yeah, I'm really feeling this one. I'm liking them hitting 4th. They might be able to break the top 3. We'll see what happens. Maybe one of the top 3 teams fall down this split and they can make their way in. But I don't see that happening, to be honest. But it's the LCS, baby. Anything freaking happens. All right.
Yeah, so this is League of Legends, baby.
Shall we get into the hotly debated 3rd and 2nd place?
Are you just not gonna let me talk about FlyQuest?
I'm sorry. You go.
No, I don't have anything else to add. I think they did a flat upgrade on their support, and even if they keep JJ on Academy and he gets to learn, then like fine. Turtle is Turtle. Obviously, the rest of that team is nice. I think Viper is way better than I expected him to be. And I don't see their roster move hurting them at all. I think it makes them better, but I'm not confident that it cracks TSMC and IMTL because they're just, those are the 3 teams that they're like, whoa, okay. Hotly debated 2nd and 3rd.
I have one thing to say about Viper. As much as I effing hate Riven.
As much as I want to shit on Riven means.
Him being able to just whip it out at will is probably an amazing boon for this team. I think Broken Blade can do it too, and I think that's great for TSM.
Yes, he just hasn't had to.
Yeah, I think he did it once, but it's Viper's like go-to, I'm going to trash you, and this is going to be my lane now pick. And I just love watching.
And to be honest, it works.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
But he's also like just nutty at that champion in a way that not many people are.
All right. Time to start cutting some throats.
Oh my god.
You want to just do them both at the same time, then we can take turns.
Yeah, because we're just the only reason that they're where they are is because of who we're personally fans of.
Okay, so
You know that, right? Like, that's the only...
that's the only reason they're like this. Also because I think we both agree they're all so goddamn close it almost doesn't matter. And the only reason we put TL1 is because they went to MSI and did well.
Yeah, that's literally it. These top three could be just like the bottom three. They can be any which way, and I wouldn't be shocked. But at a certain point,
I put TSM number 2 and C9 number 3.
Wow, and I put C9 number 2 and TSM number 3.
If anyone watched any of the TSM vs C9 reviews we did last split, dear Lord, are you not surprised?
You shouldn't be, because this is expected. This is expected. They're both really good teams. They neither made any change, thank God.
It feels so good to have a team that doesn't even make a change in the middle of the goddamn season. Oh,
I agree.
So to be fair, TSM may run Greg, but I don't.
But
I don't
on and off
junglers
junglers aren't even that bad. I don't think that's.
Neither of them are bad. I feel like they're mostly interchangeable from what I've seen in the past 2 years.
No, I agree, and I think that's just fine. I think that's a good place to be in, right? But they're both really good teams, 7-man rosters. Their core 7-men are both really, really strong.
TSM's a 6-man.
6-man? Oh, you're right. The 6-man, 7-man are both really, really strong. I think that's one weakness TL does have, is that they don't have like a stacked.
Yeah, they don't have anything to fall back on.
Yeah, I agree. I think TSM and TSM and C9 have been using the academy system like way better than any other team in the league. It's not even close as far as I'm concerned.
TSM has a third string team, by the way.
I know. Listen, they're both really good teams. Neither one is going to get worse unless all of a sudden one of the changes just makes some other team insanely good. Unlikely, in my opinion. So TSM and C9 are really going to be fighting to see which of them, if either, can overtake Liquid. I think it's possible for either of them to do it. And again, legitimately the only reason I have C9 in second is because I'm a fan and I needed to flame Anthony, but it would be way too much flame if I put TSM below the bottom 3.
Mostly because everyone would just doubt this list and be like, who are you and why are you a FlyQuest
Yeah,
fan?
and that would just be a bad lie. That was just really, I don't
I'd never let you live it down at the end of the season when TSM are in first place.
I don't know. But I mean, basically, even TL I think we can lump in here because I really do think the only reason, like you said, that either of us is TL here is because they just won. They won before that, and they went to MSI and performed really well.
I think anyone who has TL is not number 1 is just high, and they have no idea.
Yeah, I think that's just fair. Like they go there, and then the other 2 teams are fighting for second, and like whatever, right?
It's hard to say with any factual information that TL are not the best team in NA. Like, sure, TSM took them to 5 games and got a pretty close, almost 50-50 last game, but at the same time, C9 took TSM to a really close 5-game series, and they never had to play a fourth place match to be like, oh shit, we can't even beat FlyQuest. So, when they went to MSI, I said, I think these teams are so close it wouldn't matter which team had actually gone to MSI.
I agree.
And I still fully believe that, but I just the results that TL have put up make it impossible.
Impressed me a lot.
Yeah, it's very impressive, and it makes it impossible for me to put them anywhere but first at the moment.
I agree. I mean, I think we basically agree on the top 3. I think there's very little to say here.
They're just really close. It's just yeah. I love having this really strong top 3, and I hope it just makes the league get any better. I've been hoping for TSM to have a real competitor ever since C9 shit the bed. And we're back at it once again.
Yeah. At it again at the Krispy Kreme. Okay.
I just can't wait for TL to win their 4th NA title.
Win again.
I'm just sad they
win again. Back to 4th place.
I'm just sad they didn't win the MSI, so they could be the 4th MSI team. That would have just been icing. But you can't have it every way.
That would have made the scripts too obvious.
Oh yeah, it would have. All right, so that's it for our power rankings. But we have a new champion to discuss.
Great.
Tiny little cat, who's probably like the worst champion in the game right now. And I'm not sure if it's because people don't fully understand how to play her.
I think that's a big part of it.
Or she's just really undertuned, but nevertheless, she's got the lowest win rate in solo queue right now. She seems to have she's got a really unique playstyle. I'll definitely give the character that, but Yummi is just, if I see her in LCS, I'm probably gonna really want to turn that game off until people start pulling out some weird strat with her. Like we
I would want to turn it on just to see what they did.
Yeah, that's gonna probably be the more interesting part, is being like, what are they doing? Oh, they just
why? Like, who did you pick this with? Like,
yeah,
who did you pick this with?
That might
why?
be more interesting, because like the champion you pick Yummi with is very important. I
saw someone pick it with Kog'Maw the other day. It's like, no way, you're gonna lose that lane so fucking bad. You're gonna get bodied. But if you take if you have like a Lucian, a Jhin, some kind of like a Kai'Sa,
I don't
maybe
like it
Vayne.
on Jhin.
What?
I don't like it on Jhin. I feel like he has to
I think
play
it's
too
fine.
far. I don't know. I feel like he has to play too far back to be a good AD carry the way he's played, and
I think it depends upon how you're playing your Yummi. It depends upon how you're splitting your time in.
Also,
and out,
you shouldn't sit on your AD carry the whole time as Yummi. Just straight up.
Then you're just
don't do
bad.
that.
I think if you want to take though, like if we see another hit to AD carries, or we see teams wanting to still pick what do we call it, like Bruiser's bot, like I think like an Aurelia.
Bruisers?
Not like an Aurelia or something.
Okay, I wouldn't call them bruisers. Aurelia is more of a fighter definition, but it's basically Aurelia and Yasuo. That's basically the list.
If you want to, but those two champions with Yummi sound really good to me, because they're both able to fight on their own. They're both really reliant on speed, so giving them something that can speed them up and heal them and literally root them, like that seems to me like very good. Like you just need to pick it with something that's able to fight on its own or play super safe. Or Singed if you want to troll. Don't pick it with Singed, dear, for the love of God. For the love of dear God. I have such bad memories. I have such trauma attached to this. For context, I was in a game. My top laner picked Singed. My mid laner picked Yummi.
They're watching!
That's fine. My mid laner picked Yummi and then went top and then left an open mid, a whole open mid. And that's a game. And then they tried to do a bot lane and it didn't work because you can have...
Got a brand new Disco Nuno for you guys.
Anyway, all I'm saying is you just need a good champion that can duel. I really like it on Ezreal. I really like it on Kai'Sa. I really like it on Lucian. These are all...
Anyone who can take teleport.
And not even anyone who can take teleport, because like even if... I think it's like kind of fine if you don't take teleport. Like obviously you're missing a little bit of utility, but you're not missing that much. Even if you take heal, I like it on Twitch too. I like it on things that are good at fighting 1v1, because you don't have that extra body all of the time to offer you pressure. And when Yumi's out, she's so squishy that she doesn't apply the same pressure that even like a Nami applies.
Or a Sona.
Or a Sona, because
nearly squishy.
Her damage is a lot lower and her utility is a lot different, although I think there is a lot of utility. I personally don't think she's that bad, only because, or I'm not that I don't think she's that bad. I'm more of the camp of wanting to withhold judgment on whether or not she's the worst, just because I really think that her play style is so different than anything else we've seen before that it's going to take a lot of people time, especially people at the MMR I play at, a lot of time to figure out the optimal way to play her. I think that just is going to be a little bit.
So we've tried out a bunch of builds with Yummi with our group, but like what was the most successful really? Like it's the sort of
me or Doug.
It's been like the sort of no. I mean like build wise.
Yeah, it's like you go for a more. I like to go for a Healy build. I max Q and E simultaneously 1-1-1-1-1 and do W last, because I find when I max W the stats are negligible compared to whatever slow poke or
you're always going to get more damage out of it than the. I think you end up getting like 30 AD at level 18 or something.
Yeah,
it
whatever.
Sucks.
But then, but it's not meant to be your best ability. I think that what I like on her is like you get an Athene's. I think you could get a Redemption. I think you could get what's that stupid item?
Ardent Sensor.
Ardent Sensor. I think those have been the core that I've really liked, because you can find yourself moving between champions and team fights, offering these heals. If you have that early Athenes, you get a huge heal pretty early in the game that can actually make like a pretty significant difference in the late early and early mid game. If that makes sense, the late early game and the early mid game, having that Athenes can actually be like huge, because if you have that thing stacked, you're getting way, way, way more health back than you usually would, and it can really help turn a fight.
So, I honestly love her on Aatrox. Because if you pop onto Aatrox with his ult on,
that's crazy.
You're getting 70% more for your heals. You're getting your ultimate flying at them. And you're getting
root. You're getting a
and you're getting those crazy roots to help Aatrox land his crit zones. And I think that's a really good combo, and as strong as Aatrox is right now, I think that's going to be a big pick this weekend.
Aatrox is insane. You know who I've liked on a lot?
That alone makes her good.
What I've liked on a lot is with Hecarim jungle.
Hecarim sounds like another good one.
Because, mid-game when you want the support to maybe start roaming with the jungler a little more, you go on the Hecarim, speed it up even a little more.
Just bum rush a lane and boom.
Yeah, I'm of the mind where you still take flash on Hecarim. Because I don't
playing League of Legends, that one?
Yeah, and then, but like, combining, see, here's like, you get the Yummi ult on top of the Hecarim ult, you get the Yummi ult to go around them and knock them back. Like,
it's such an insta-kill combo.
It is. It's crazy. I think it's very good.
It just, on top of the healing he gets from
Tony is
Conqueror.
surprised I don't have freckles. I do, just not many on my face. There's a lot on my arms.
Don't talk about chat. That was like 20 minutes ago.
That's fair.
So, that definitely sounds like a good combo, and I'm wondering how relevant Hecarim's going to be, because he wasn't that relevant at MSI, and he was still good on that patch. But who knows? It's hard to fully predict the meta most of the time, because they'll do some weird things. I can guarantee Aatrox is in there. Guaranteed.
I think that's true. I think it's weird. Jungling in solo queue is so much different than jungling in competitive, right? Like, you'll be...
They're picking Sejuani still.
What?
They're picking Sejuani still in pro play.
Yeah, Sejuani's actually really good last patch, but in my opinion. But I think that Sejuani is just... Because the reason Sejuani sucks in solo queue, I think she's, like, for most of the time I've played her, had, like, a silver or bronze on, like, certain websites.
Yeah, the two.
Yeah, on analytics. And I think that's largely because a lot like Varus, she's crazy team dependent. Oh, right now she's diamond tier there. She's actually pretty good right now. But a lot of times, Sejuani, if she's not like busted, is really relying on your team to follow up. Like, you're never going to like solo carry a game on Sejuani the way you will on like Evelyn, Graves, Hecarim, Jarvan. Yeah, but you don't need that solo carry in pro play, so you get a little different picks. I do think Hecarim, if they want to put a tank in the top lane, which I don't know why they would, there aren't that many busted tanks right now. If you want a tank in the top lane, or you want a more supporty mid, but you don't want to sacrifice a carry, picking up that Hecarim could be very useful.
It's kind of evolved into a discussion of what's going to happen in LCS, but we don't really know. It's hard to...
But it's because we're theory crafting what Yummi would be on, and if we don't see Hecarims, then if we think Hecarim Yummi is a busted combo and we're not seeing Hecarims, then we might not be seeing Yummis.
I'm still wondering, because people are going to think if you stack Yummi on top of a hyper carry, it's going to make the hyper carry better. But hyper carries tend to be really bad in lane. That's the problem.
They're terrible in lane.
So,
and also, I think that a lot of hyper carries require peel in a really specific way. Like, if you're a 12 kill Jinx and you're against like a 1 kill fucking AD carry, like, yeah, you'll probably win the duel, but like, you still have to like position really well, and like, you sometimes need peel, because like, I know from experience that a high kill AD hyper carry with like 2 items can actually lose a duel to like a 2 kill half an item like Zed or Rengar, right? It doesn't matter how far ahead you are. If you can't kite them properly, you're gonna die. Right, so you need to be able to do that, and you need to peel in a team fight if they're just hard focusing you. Yummi doesn't offer that much. I mean, she's her R, but it's not that much peel.
So yeah, I only want to see Yummi just so I can see what people are doing on her. Hey, and the pro view looks like it'll actually be really good for Yummi, because you get to pay the fuck attention to what Yumi's doing. Because Yumi's going to pop out of somebody and die if she does it wrong, so learning how to do that properly will probably be a really good thing for people. By the way, anyone trying to try Yummi in solo queue, please don't do it unless you're duoed. For the love of God. Please don't do it unless you're duoed with your AD carry. Okay, so I think that's good for the Yummi talk.
Uh-huh.
Alright. On to our week 1 predictions.
I didn't realize until today how close this was. Okay, dog, let's go down the list. C9 versus FlyQuest.
C9. Both of us say C9. I feel
I'm
like,
saying C9
I
for
feel like
obvious
I
reasons.
preface this whole thing by saying these are all going to be really obvious because of the tier lists we just did.
Yeah.
But I gotta go through it anyways. Alright, so C9 Fly is C9 for both of us. Okay. TSM. I wish I could say TSM, but I just can't.
I want to say TSM, but I can't after MSI.
I can't after these people showed me that Impact's
they
not
can beat
actually
IG. I gotta give it to TL.
CLG versus 100 Thieves. I mean, CLG.
CLG. I think Amazing's a much better jungler than Wiggly, but I'm also gonna say CLG.
I just have no faith in 100 Thieves after last split. I got nothing.
I don't
left.
either. If they win this game, here's what I'll say: if they win this game, all my faith immediately back. However,
write that the fuck down and walk it over to my house when you're done.
I said if.
Right. I want that in writing so that when they do win this game and they still shit the bed the next game.
Fair enough. Okay, Optic versus Clutch Gaming. Dude, who fucking knows?
I don't even fucking care.
Coin flip, Anthony. Let's go.
We're back to this already. It's week 1 and I don't care about the Clutch Optic match.
Flip a coin. Enter. Okay, flipping. Anthony, what do you want?
I'm calling it. I'm calling it Clutch because Optic still have fucking Dokla.
I'll call it Clutch because I can't. I literally don't fucking know. Golden Guard, dude, already day 1, and we're all like, I'm fucking bat. I don't know.
I mean, it's for a different reason than before, where we're just like, these people keep disappointing me. We're at this point, we're like, we can't fully predict this. We're running on fumes from last split.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm actually rather confident in Golden Guardians versus Fox.
Me too.
I'm gonna say Golden Guardians. I think they're just a better team.
I'm also going to say
matchup
that.
Lane for lane.
I don't think you're wrong.
Watching you navigate this thing is just amazing.
Embarrassing. Clutch Gaming versus Cloud9. LOL.
Cloud9. Nobody.
It's Cloud9. Are you fucking kidding
I'm
me?
gonna at the start of the analyst desk. I'm going to compare ours to the analyst desk and just be like, "Yep, it's the exact same thing."
Yeah. Okay. Cloud9. Fly Gaming versus Golden Guardians.
Wait, hang on. What? FlyQuest versus Golden Guardians.
Whoops. Fly Gaming versus Golden Quest. FlyQuest versus Golden Guardians. I'm giving it to FlyQuest. I think that they're a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to FlyQuest too.
Another week of all matched. Fox versus TL. I'm gonna give it to Team Liquid.
You know,
I'm gonna write Team Liquid. No, you're not. I've already written Team Liquid for you. You can't go back. Anyway,
I think TSM versus CLG. TSM has not lost a game to Cloud9. TSM have not lost a game to Counterlogic Gaming in like 3 years. It's not gonna stop. The streak is gonna go.
100 Thieves versus Optic. I'm gonna give it to 100 Thieves because Amazing is better than Dokla. I don't know.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say it too. I'm gonna give it to 100 Thieves because screw Dokla.
I mean, we're really shitting on Dokla. 100 Thieves, I think, actually is a slightly better team than Optic.
I
think some days much better than either Optic top laner. I think Amazing is just as good as Dardoch, maybe a little worse than Meteos. But I think that overall, it's a pretty even match. I'm just going to edge out towards 100 Thieves just because of their roster and because I don't think either team is extremely worse, that much worse than either.
So when I put 100 Thieves in the last place in my power rankings, it was because I thought they were going to be problematic and not know what to do. So the reason I picked them over Optic here, even though Optic is higher on my power rankings, is because I think they will have a better straight matchup with Optic Gaming. Yeah. Even if Optic have Crown, I definitely think they're going to win the mid lane. I can't say they're not going to. But I just think Amazing will definitely compete with Dardoch or Meteos. I think Sunday's just a better top laner than either Alorum or Dokla. and most definitely better than Dokla. I don't think Optic's bot lane is going to figure itself out to be better than Bang and Afromoo.
You just on a pure 1-to-1 skill level.
Like
that lane is better.
Look, I'll be honest. Looking at these teams on paper, if 100 Thieves lost this game, it's because Crown popped off on LeBlanc or something and just cleaned their clocks by himself. Maybe with the help of his jungler. Everyone else on the team, I feel like, is just getting dragged along for the ride half the time. And then and then 100 Thieves says, "Bang! How are you down here?" Please prove me wrong, 100 Thieves. Just please prove me wrong. That's all I hope for. I feel so bad watching Bang in this team. Bang doesn't feel bad. Bang's sitting on a pile of money.
Fair enough for Bang.
Okay. I think a pretty good episode. Actually, kind of a long episode for us, but we had a lot to cover. To be perfectly honest. So, yeah. Matt?
Yeah.
You do your line?
What was the line?
I think it's "take us home" or something.
Of course I remember the line. I was just fucking with you. You ready to take us the fuck home? Bring us on home there,
I think that's great for our week 0 here on the Legendary League of Legends podcast. You can catch us for this split. You can catch us Mondays at 7 p.m. That may or may not change. Check my Twitter in the description for if it does.
We're working it out. We're doing it. We're doing it live.
We're gonna see what anything happens. We should be pretty good for this next week, hopefully.
Yeah, next week for sure.
I think that's it. Check the VODs on my YouTube channel. Check twitch.tv/NizzyTV11 to watch it live. Like the time I said before. Have a great day.
Have a great night.